Intro. Something big is brewing in Season 12 of Rick and Marty Lagina's show, with leaks suggesting a major discovery is on the horizon. The excitement is building as the team digs deeper, now reaching 90 feet with their advanced drills in the garden shaft. They've stumbled upon metal traces buried deep, hinting at a possible breakthrough. What dark secrets are hidden deep beneath Oak Island, pushing someone to leak these clues? Join us in the revelations that Season 12 promises to expose. The Lagina brothers' latest quest. The garden shaft has been extended to almost 90 feet, and they've used a high-tech drill to reach down to 95 feet. Finding traces of metal deep below has them feeling optimistic about a big discovery soon. Despite past setbacks, the team is determined to keep extending the garden shaft to connect with the tunnel, with hopes of finding something historically important. Laird Niven shares this excitement, believing their hard work will pay off. But that's not all. Terry Matheson and Charles Barkhouse are keeping a close watch on Borehole H8, which is key to their theories about a chapel vault. They found things like parchment and leather book bindings that make them think there could be treasure buried below. Marty stays positive with every discovery, whether it's pieces of wood that might be from a treasure chest or just everyday items. The team's journey to uncover something significant on Oak Island is full of unexpected challenges and exciting possibilities, pushing them to explore further than ever before. Problems keep pushing potential treasures deeper into the island. Terry Matheson revisits old digging spots and suggests that earlier digs might have moved a hidden safe. Tests on fresh water and scans hint that treasure could be close by, leading the team to plan a more focused excavation. Rick Lagina notices that the shifting earth from Site H8 could mean they are getting closer to the chapel safe, lifting everyone's spirits. Now the focus shifts to the island's southeast marshland, where Gary Drayton, Jack Begley, and Billy Gerhardt start exploring near an ancient stone trail. With so many clues, this area quickly becomes the main point of interest for the team. Its similarity to a pathway in Portugal and its ties to the Knights Templar spark theories that it was used for unloading goods. As they dig into the muddy ground, Alex Lagina is fascinated by the historical importance of the old road, while Gary, not bothered by the marsh's smell, jokes that it's the scent of treasure. But this isn't the most surprising part. The investigation takes an interesting turn when they find a boulder oddly placed next to the stone trail. This discovery pushes the team to keep going, with Billy Gerhardt noticing a series of rocks arranged like steps leading to the boulder. This setup raises questions about whether it was placed there on purpose near both the stone trail and the money pit. The team's focus sharpens, hoping their hard work will uncover something truly valuable. Rick Lagina, curious about the unusual stone arrangement and the large boulder, wants to dig further. The way the boulder is positioned seems intentional, increasing the team's curiosity about its importance. Being close to both the money pit and the stone trail, this spot holds the promise of finding something significant. But this might not be the final twist in their search. The team is aware that every clue could lead to something bigger, and they're ready to follow the trail wherever it leads. Rick moved forward, eager to understand what the clues they had found might really mean. He believed they were on the verge of a big discovery. As they kept digging, they came across something surprising, hinting that there could be even more interesting things buried below. New finds spark fresh curiosity as the team digs deeper. Hidden past, exposing the swamp's hidden past. He thought it might be a piece of an old ship, judging by the way it was built and the materials used. The plank was sturdy and stood out because it didn't have any metal fasteners, which led the team to wonder where it came from and how it might have been used in shipbuilding long ago. At the same time, Marty Lagina felt a mix of frustration and hope about their progress in the swamp. They kept finding objects that were hard to explain, but he remained hopeful that they could figure out what these discoveries meant and how they fit into the island's history. Gary suggested that the swamp might have preserved metal artifacts, sparking more interest in what might still be hidden underground. Later, Jack Begley talked about the difficulties they were having in finding metal near the money pit area, especially in Lot 5. Their continued efforts were driven by earlier hints of potential discoveries in this area. Meanwhile, an archaeological team was carefully studying a stone foundation in a circular depression, eager to understand its historical significance. But that wasn't the most challenging part. Archaeologist Jamie Cuba, who was experienced and insightful, brought fresh ideas to the dig. He examined an old stone structure and shared insights that changed how the team understood the site's history. The structure suggested that the area had been a meeting point for different cultures over the years. The team found various artifacts, like a lead token from the 14th century, Venetian glass beads from the 1500s to the 1650s, and metal tools linked to historical figures. All of these finds hinted at the area's rich and complicated past. Throughout the day, Jamie focused on marking out the boundaries of the old foundation. He was joined by Jack, who was excitedly searching for anything that could change what we know about history. Another key member, Jeff, was busy exploring how this new foundation fits into Oak Island's larger historical picture. As they worked, they found pieces of brick, pottery, and glass, which helped them better understand the area's past. Under Jamie's guidance, the team carefully documented and studied everything they discovered. They worked together, sharing ideas and expertise to make the most of what they found. This shared enthusiasm pushed Jack and the others to dig even deeper, hoping to uncover important clues that might point to something valuable. Their ultimate goal is to connect these historical pieces to form a bigger, clearer picture of the past. But the surprises kept coming. As they dug, Jamie noticed that the soil was unusually dense, which could mean there's mortar or some other binding agent nearby. This suggested there might be well-preserved structures or objects hidden close by, adding even more excitement to their search. The team kept pushing forward, eager to uncover more of Oak Island's history. They couldn't help but wonder what other secrets the island is still hiding. Their excitement built as they gathered around a new discovery, similar to one found in 2019 near a spot known as H8. As they discussed what they'd found, archaeologist Fiona Steele revealed another surprising discovery, which only added to the team's growing excitement. Laird Niven, responding to this latest find near the stone foundation on the island's western side, suggested they compare it with earlier samples to better understand the site's story. As the team digs deeper into Oak Island's famous Money Pit, their search for the legendary treasure believed to be buried 180 feet below continues to drive them. With each layer of earth they uncover, their curiosity and excitement grow, fueling their determination in this historic quest. The quest deepens, stirring excitement and new challenges. The clues in the depths. As Marty Lagina and his team dig deeper, their excitement grows, even though they still haven't found the treasure. They often talk about their past challenges, discussing them with the seriousness of old war stories. This unsolved mystery keeps them motivated to continue searching and exploring further into the unknown. One day, Terry Matheson, who is always observant, spots a piece of wood just above a layer of solid rock at a depth of 211 feet. At the same time, Alex Lagina finds a significant metal object. Terry suggests that this metal could be from a damaged part of the treasure chamber, hinting at some dramatic event in the past that might have caused the damage during earlier explorations. Marty is intrigued by the idea of something breaking apart so violently, sparking more discussions among the team, even though they don't have solid proof yet. Rick Lagina helps by analyzing the depth and materials they've found, which supports their constantly changing theories, as unpredictable as the layers of earth they dig through. As they prepare for the next day's work, Jack Begley gets ready to carefully examine any new discoveries. He sticks to his methodical approach, despite the fact that they rarely find anything significant. The difference between their advanced digging technology and the shaky foundation of their quest is striking. Meanwhile, the team shifts their focus to a wooden sample sent for carbon dating, which was found under the garden shaft. Alex Lagina stays busy, making sure Craig Tester gets regular updates. Then, something exciting happens. They find out that the wood dates back to between 1631 and 1684. This discovery brings a surge of enthusiasm and leads to more strategic planning about what it could mean, strengthening their determination to keep uncovering the history hidden beneath the island. Even though they discover fascinating historical details, they still aren't any closer to finding the treasure. Instead, they find themselves diving deeper into the history behind it. Craig Tester reveals the carbon dating results, showing that the structure could be hundreds of years old. While this is interesting, it doesn't bring them any closer to the treasure. It seems like telling a good story is becoming more important than actually finding anything. This approach keeps both the team and the viewers hooked, even as it becomes more likely that the treasure might just be a well-crafted legend. Rick Lagina thanks the Dumas team for their hard work, pointing out how important their efforts are. This is a common theme in treasure hunting. The excitement and dedication often push people to keep searching, even when they don't find anything. As the episode ends, the team reflects on the importance of what they've found, or haven't found. It's like they're part of a drama, with each team member playing a role in a story that's part performance and part real-life archaeological dig. The constant promise of just one more hole, one more test, keeps them coming back season after season. They're exploring both the island and the complex history and adventure that Oak Island represents. Even though they haven't found any big treasures, the story of Oak Island continues, driven by hope, speculation, and our natural curiosity about hidden riches. The show mixes historical events with modern-day treasure hunts, keeping viewers interested. Each episode adds to the story, encouraging viewers to keep watching, driven by the same hope that fuels the diggers. Maybe the next dig, the next discovery will finally reveal something amazing. But the treasure remains out of reach, suggesting that maybe this quest is more about the journey than the final goal. And just when they think they've seen it all, a new discovery hints at an ancient passageway, reminding them, and us, that there are still more secrets to uncover. With each discovery, the island reveals more of its hidden tales. A tunnel to ancient lights. Marty Lagina carefully examined the newly discovered tunnel, noticing that it was built long before their team began searching on Oak Island. He was fascinated by how old it was, thinking that this ancient craftsmanship added depth to their ongoing story. His brother, Rick, saw this discovery as a turning point in their long-standing quest, especially since the tunnel was located in an area rich with metal deposits. The crew gathered around, excited to explore what they now called the Garden Pit. Roger Fortin stressed the need to closely examine the tunnel structure to understand its origins. Scott Barlow, growing a bit impatient, urged the group to pick up the pace, believing they were on the brink of something big. Craig Tester, full of energy, encouraged the team to keep digging, while Rick Lagina thanked everyone and gave the green light to continue their work. What could they find next? The team pressed on as the sun rose, eager to discover more. As the first light of day appeared, workers from Dumas returned to the site, ready to dig even deeper, aiming for about 95 feet down. At the same time, Billy Gerhardt, Jack Begley and Gary Drayton were investigating a spot near the southeast marsh, next to an old stone path. Gary went over their plan to check the remaining parts of the tunnel, making sure everyone knew what to do. Just 2 days earlier, they had come across a man-made stone path leading to a large boulder, which had everyone buzzing with excitement. They were eager to find out what this path might reveal. As they shared stories about their past adventures, Gary kept his hopes up about uncovering more interesting discoveries. Meanwhile, Rick Lagina thought about the different structures they had found in the swamp. He wondered if these were connected to the famous money pit or if they were part of a bigger plan to change the landscape. During their search, they found wooden planks that were carefully shaped to fit together, clearly made with purpose. Jack guessed that these could be pieces of an old ship, possibly hinting at a major historical event in the swamp. As they continued their search, Billy Gerhardt came across what seemed to be a stone path or an important structure hidden under the swamp. Jack noticed a large rock nearby and mentioned how it resembled rocks that Fred Nolan had found back in 1981. Rick was intrigued by the shape of the rock, thinking it might be linked to something called Nolan's Cross, which some believe could be a symbolic map or guide. Their main goal was to figure out if this big rock, the stone pathway, and the areas with lots of metal near the so-called money pit might lead them to hidden treasures. Rick was eager to find a clear connection that could explain their discoveries. He believed that digging around the stone path and road might reveal items that could tell them more about the swamp's history. Gary Drayton stressed the importance of carefully cleaning and examining the structures they uncovered. Billy Gerhardt pointed out how unique their findings were, suggesting they might be on the verge of a big discovery that could offer new insights into the area's past. Encouraged by this, Rick urged his team to keep digging and continue their exploration. This led to a conversation between Billy and Jack, which turned into an official meeting at the Interpretive Center. During the meeting, the team, now armed with new clues, was ready to explore the island's mysteries even further. Rick, along with Alex Lagina, Jack and Scott Barlow, met with archaeologist Laird Niven and archaeometallurgist Emma Colligan. They discussed a material that looked like concrete, found in the foundation of Lot 5. Jamie brought in a soil sample that might be ancient mortar, possibly related to what was used in the money pit. Emma planned to use X-ray diffraction to analyze it, hoping to connect these findings with old construction techniques, despite some skepticism from outside experts. Unexpected finds add layers to the island's mysterious story. Fresh discoveries ahead. The money pit on Oak Island has a long history of revealing fascinating discoveries that often lead to more questions. And this week was no different. A new set of finds came to light. But these discoveries were unlike the usual ones. They suggested new paths for exploration, adding even more layers to the complex history of the island. Stories from the past hint that items were placed in specific spots on purpose. Emma collected soil samples from Lot 5 and found they matched the soil from the money pit, even though they were 104 feet apart. This surprising connection, confirmed by X-ray testing, puzzles experts like Laird Niven and Scott Barlow. Niven believes that the soil was moved a long time ago, with a clear intention behind it. Alex Lagina pointed out that moving soil from one place to another would have required a lot of effort, suggesting a well-thought-out plan. This new link has sparked fresh debates about what really happened on the island in the past. Jack Begley and his team are eager to find out what Lot 5 might reveal about earlier digs or hidden treasures. Scott Barlow talks about recent discoveries of wooden pieces found in an underground tunnel dating back to the 1600s. This supports the idea that William Phipps, a sea captain known for his adventures with the Conception, might have hidden treasures on Oak Island. Some think Phipps did this more to create an exciting story than to preserve history. As the team continues to explore an old stone road, they find a large hand-forged chain and hook, along with a barrel stave. These items suggest that the area might have been a landing spot for ships, which fits with the island's tales of secret operations and smuggling. But then a fierce storm causes trouble by flooding the garden shaft, forcing the team to shift their focus from digging to managing the damage. After the storm, while dealing with the flooding, they discover an unexpected chamber next to the garden shaft. In the midst of this chaos, the team also finds a small hollow 65 feet deep, hidden by timbers, while tracing the source of the water. Marty Lagina, who was once doubtful about the importance of the swamp, now believes they should explore further. The idea that there could be multiple hidden chambers in the Money Pit area suggests a maze of man-made spaces, designed either to help or confuse treasure hunters. The team returns to what they call Aladdin's Cave, a large area 160 feet underground. Using high-definition cameras and sonar scanners, they explore the depths and see that the floor is covered in mud and silt, sloping sharply downward. Geologist Terry Matheson carefully suggests that this cavern might hide treasures, though it's still uncertain, pushing the team to keep digging. What treasures might lie hidden in Aladdin's Cave, and should such sites be left untouched to preserve history? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more.